The greatest malefic wants you to know. Oh, I got some fuzz. Greatest malefic wants you to know that, much like your Ronnie James Dio, we are a rainbow in the dark. That's right, a dividing light for you. To see a contrast from what there is and what there ought to be, what there could be, the potential possibilities thereof. The whole point for conjecture, right? The thought process. Cultivation, right? Cultivation. Want to cultivate the doodly doos to get the thought processes all rolling. Musing, right? Expansive thought processes. Satire. Slander. Legal slander. Because there's legal speech slander. Lightly slanderous. Legal to do. Very American. Very American to hate and slander on people. Hate them for where they is, where they came from, the color of their skin, very popular. Or where I offer socially conscious hate, or socially conscious love through astrological divisions. The divisions of the 13 astrological signs, which we're pushing for Ophiuchus to get back in there. Oh, had a stroke there for a second. Ophiuchus has to get back in there, or the times aren't right. The times are wrong. We're in the wrong times. That's the problem. The timeline can't shift because we are supposed to change the times. And the times need to go to the 13 sections of the zodiac. And I think we need to add an Earth Day, 8 days a week. No, I'm serious. Maybe even Ophiuchus's month can be Earth month. Or maybe we can try a lesser month, right? Like the one of Augustus. Maybe we could shorten that one up or something. I don't know. I'll shorten my month for you guys so that we can have a full month down there, right? I'm just playing. But I mean, the concept is the same, right? We widen the zodiac to ignore a whole constellation. No, we're in the wrong times. We're not even considering the star value that comes down here from the astrological era into the minds. These star children are getting ignored. Your astrology's even hating on star children. Not good. Not good. It's divisive. We need to be inclusive with it. So we need to consider the entirety, right? Just like we ought to consider the entirety of humanity as a whole, right? It's a whole. There should be one direction for us. And instead, we got chaos. No one wants to align. Everybody has their own ideals. Theology's in the way. The minds and wills of men are in the way, right? Too bad men pass away and are laid down as the grass. The scriptures do say these things. Everyone knows memento mori, right? It eventually happens. What we ought to do here is we consider what is responsible. Not consider the things that rule over us, because we know the socially responsible traits don't manifest there in the capacity that they do in lower social cohesion in the public space, right? Or in private spaces, right? Completely different concept. We need to bring the social cohesion to functional private spaces into the open. It needs to be more cohesive. We need to be friends, neighbors, lovers, opportunity builders, cohesion builders, resource cultivators, and people that can cohere, and create unity. Even if it's situational unity, local unity. We're not pushing for unions. That's what we're talking about. Unity in a way where people are interacting more. Because what's happened is we've been divided from ourselves. And then once they've divided us, we have nothing to say. Well, we could have something to say. But the minds have to be more connected. We somehow have to get on the same wavelength, a similar wavelength. We don't have to agree about all the same things. We don't have to have the same politics. That's not what we're talking about. We're never going to align in those areas, right? But we need to align on what the direction of humanity ought to have. And we need to look at, are these things that are taking all that money from us doing the things that are good for us? I mean, they're going to audit us. We ought to audit them. There should be answers for why we give countries who's never paid a tax dollar in their entire life, and all of a sudden we're hearing about Ukraine. There's something major, great with them. I've never seen a goddamn value come out of those assholes. And they ain't going to do nothing for us. You ain't going to slave them into fucking paying money back, and Europe ain't going to fucking pay the money back because they're about to fucking tank too. And we're just going to fund their wars forever. Come on, guys. You guys are complacent with that? I'm not complacent with that. I'm not complacent with the way this place does this stuff. I'm not complacent with the social cohesion they broke up. It's not good. And with the computers, they made it even worse. They've made it to where you can't even walk up and talk to nobody. I'd be employed if I was able to just walk up and talk to people and get a job. The issue is looking at me through the lens that's not righteous, not compassionate, not hope-giving, not allowing light on a man's individual situation, not case-by-case judging him like the powers do. These are broad strokes, and people are getting munched, put into the meat grinder, so to speak, and getting spit out back on the pavement on Skid Row. And it's because how we treat everything. We look at everything from the perspective of an entity somehow, instead of the perspective of a family member. Are you going to do that to your best friend? Are you going to do that to your brother? Are you going to, this person we're talking about, if you don't have that kind of cohesion with your family, the person you do, your best friend lover that you do everything for, would you do those things to them? Would it be so bad if a power asked you to do those things and even lead large countries with that concept? You could throw the whole book out and get this right, this existence right. But no one wants to put that fucking burden upon themselves that everybody's family. They want to be able to call everybody this and that divisively so that it's okay to dehumanize the actions that are against them and we can just write them off as historic, right? No, that should not be history. That should be a daymare that passes away with the minds of the people waking up to it. Just a thought. Later, beloved.